Hi, welcome back. In this video, let's see how to create a custom mediator using factory and serializers. Mediator factory and serializers. In the last video, we saw how to create a mediator that uses a syntax like this, where you specify the class name of the mediator, and you can set the values in the mediator using a property. So you might be uncomfortable with this syntax, so you might want your own custom syntax like this. Suppose you want to have your own XML configuration that will be named such a name like this, such as stack code, and you might want the set the default percentage like this, and the surcharge symbol and value you might want to populate the map that holds this symbol and the value using a XML syntax like this. So in this tutorial, let's see how to create our own syntax for our custom mediators. For that, let's go ahead and create a new project, Maven project in IntelliJ, or you can use any ID you like. So I'll name it in the same way as before, org.java, and I'll press next, and I will name this as sample mediator. So I will click finish, and I'll open it in a new window, and now we have a pom.xml. So I will direct you to this documentation where you have the pom.xml. The second one here has the configuration for the new this mediator. So here we have to have something additional. We'll be packaging it as a bundle, so I'll mark this as package. So it will be like this, and I will copy this part and paste it like before. It is the second pom.xml in this tutorial. I'll share the pom I will be using that eventually. I'm sorry, I have not copied it. I'll copy it and I'll paste it here. So like before, I will have to change these versions. I will pause the video and do that. So now you can see I have changed these versions to the one from the carbon mediation pom file, like I explained in the previous tutorial, and I have changed the bundle name and the export package name. And one more thing you can see the change here is there. This part is added. We have to add this part to the from the previous tutorial. Plus we have to add one more dependencies, which I will paste it here and I will explain. This is the OSGI framework, org.osgi framework. We have to import that package. You can put a comma here because we'll be creating this as a OSGI bundle. Earlier we were dropping we are creating this class as a library, and we added to the lib folder. So this will be adding to the drop-ins folder. So we will be creating this as an OSGI bundle. So I will add this OSGI framework here. Now we have to, in this case, we have to create 3 classes. I have shared with you the code for the 3 classes, and I will explain those 3 classes. We have to create a surcharge, stock code, mediator factory, a serializer, and a mediator. 3 classes. So I will paste these 3 classes here, and make sure to, if you are pasting it like myself, make sure to have your sorry, I'll undo this section. I will create a new package. Where is it? My package, and I'll name it as org.java, and I'll paste these classes here. Okay, now make sure to change this package. If you are using a different package name, make sure to change it, or make sure that it is your package name here. And let me see, the stock code mediator class is it extends the abstract mediator class like before, and like before it's the same thing like before. You are getting the same content from the incoming message, and we are processing it in the same way as before, and we are changing the price, and we are returning. But there are only a few more changes. We are getting the default percentage like before, and we have method to set it, and we have method to set the map also. We didn't implement the manage life cycle interface, so we don't have the init and destroy methods, but we have methods to set and get the surcharge. So we have a surcharge method also. So in the stock code mediator factory, we have to implement the abstract mediator factory class that has this method, extend this factory. This method, what does it do? It has an input OM element and properties. This element will be the stock code. This XML element would be passed to this mediator, and we need to be able to do the processing here. So what I am getting is this. I am getting the root element would be this. So I am getting its child, this default percentage, and I am getting its value and setting its value in the mediator, and I am getting the first child with this name, surcharge, and I am getting its children of this name, and I am getting the symbol from this surcharge symbol that has this symbol. You can see this symbol, and then I am getting this value also, and value, surcharge element attribute value, and getting this value, and then I am going to set that to the new mediator, and going to add to the map. and I'm done. I'm returning this charge queue. There will be a get stock, that's the main name, that will be this name, so only that element will be passed to us. And I have a check here. I don't know, it's not needed because we are returning this quote. And the serializer does the exact opposite. Okay, we get the mediator. That what is the mediator? We will be getting this surcharge stock code mediator. So we have what we have to do is we have to return the OM element. So get mediator class name, we have to return the what mediator we need passed in. So we check if it is that instant. If not, we throw an exception, and then we get that mediator, and then we create the OM element. There is this convenient factory defined in the abstract mediator serializers that you can use it. We get from that we can construct the OM element. We can create the OM element with this name, and then we can add to it these children, and for each surcharges we get to it a new element. So we get create a new element, and we add to the first surcharge stock code element, and we add to it. So we return this element, OM element, that would be this. So we have to first serialize, we have to deserialize, and we have to serialize. So that's what we do in these two classes. There is one more thing that you have to do. You have to create a new class, new folder. You can see here we are creating a new folder. So I will go to this. So I will go to this and create a new package. Okay, with this name meta inf. Okay, then I will create a new folder here, again called services. Then I need to create two files with these names. Okay, with this name. Name the file like this. Okay, and now you have to specify in this file the name of the fully qualified name of your factory. So I edit here, and then I will create a new file, and the name of this file would be this. And it will have the fully qualified name of the serializer. Yeah, cool. Now we have created the necessary artifacts, so I will build this. Now I will go to my EI folder Now I will delete this because we have already used it. So I will extract a new EI EI pack, and I will go to this pack. Once it is extracted, I will go to the drop-ins folder and I will copy this jar file and I will paste it here, drop it here. Okay, now we have this drop-ins. Now we are done. So I will pause the video and deploy the SAMP. Before that, I will drop the proxy service also. I have this proxy service I have created. So what it has is the same thing. It has in the out sequence we change the incoming message using, we are setting the default percentage, surcharges and surcharge stock code. You don't need this. It gets automatically set because for some reason it gets if you know about elements, you will understand. Let me explain it in a different tutorial. So I save it. So our proxy service, I will copy our proxy service. I will be sharing with you the proxy service, and I will go to repository, deployment server, Synapse configs default proxy services and paste it here. So let me start the XS2 server and client offline and get back to you. So now I have deployed the XS2 server and I have deployed the simple stock code proxy service, and I have just started the integration server, still starting. So I have go to the client and I will build the client like this. I will call and stock code and the URL is our proxy service and the symbol is IBM. So I will, now our integrator is started. Let me go and show you our proxy is deployed. So I will log into the console and list the proxy service. Good. Our proxy service is here and the URL is this. I can change this part to localhost if you are aware, and it's successfully deployed because we have created both the serializer and the factory. So I deleted that and I will now send our request. So this request so we get this message here and we get the price here. So I can send a different symbol that's not there. And you can see it here, and I will suppose let's say I will go to the proxy service and add a new surcharge. Okay, I I want it to be ABC and I want it to be 100. And I will save it here, and I will send ABC again. See what happens. Okay, so it has a multiplier of 100 now. Okay, cool. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel and to like the videos and to comment. Thank you for watching. Sorry about that.